The night air was thick with the hum of city traffic as the police cruiser's lights flashed behind the sedan, pulling it to the curb under a flickering street lamp. The driver, a black woman in a crisp suit, gripped the wheel, her heart steady, despite the familiar knot of apprehension. The officer, a white man with a smug grin, approached, his flashlight blinding as he demanded her license. As she complied, he slyly circled the car, slipping a small bag into the back seat, a found. Package meant to seal her fate. "What's this?" he said, discovering it with a triumphant smirk. "Drugs? You're under arrest." The woman didn't flinch, her eyes meeting his with a calm that unsettled him. Instead, she reached into her jacket and pulled out a federal warrant, his name boldly printed across the top. The officer's face drained of color, his plan crumbling in an instant as the reality hit. This wasn't a routine stop. It was a meticulously planned FBI sting, exposing a corrupt cop's dirty game. The revelation would shake the department, ignite a citywide scandal, and prove that justice strikes hardest when least expected, turning a routine patrol into a career-ending reckoning. How had this woman outsmarted him? The answer lay in months of undercover work, hidden wires, and a trap that turned the tables on power abuse. Riverton's skyline glittered with ambition, its towering buildings a testament to wealth and power, but its streets hid darker secrets. At the center of a covert operation was Special Agent Sarah Jenkins, a 35-year-old black woman with a razor-sharp mind and a knack for blending in. An FBI veteran, Sarah had spent years dismantling corruption, her unassuming presence perfect for infiltration. Her latest mission: take down Officer Ryan Keller, a 42-year-old white cop in the Riverton Police Department, suspected of planting evidence to frame innocent drivers, boosting his arrest stats for a fast-track promotion. Ryan's record was littered with questionable busts, his targets often women of color, but his charm and connections kept internal affairs at bay. Sarah's cover was a corporate consultant, driving a plain gray sedan to avoid suspicion. For weeks, she'd tracked Ryan's patrols, her dash cam and body wire feeding data to her FBI team. Her partner, Agent Mike Torres, a 40-year-old Hispanic man with a steady hand, and their supervisor, Special Agent Linda Hayes, a seasoned white woman, worked from a surveillance van. "Keller's pattern is clear," Linda said in a briefing, her voice firm. "He plants drugs at night, targets lone women. Sarah, you're bait. The warrant's ready." Sarah nodded, tucking the federal warrant, naming Ryan for evidence, tampering and civil rights violations, into her jacket. Ryan, oblivious to the trap, cruised Riverton's streets with a smug confidence. His cruiser's trunk held a stash of found drug bags, his go-to tool for framing. His rookie partner, Officer Tom Briggs, 28, white and eager, followed orders but squirmed at Ryan's tactics. "This is how we climb," Ryan told him, tossing a bag in his glove box. That night, Ryan spotted Sarah's car, her profile matching his biased target. "Time for a win," he muttered, flipping on his siren. The stage was set. The night charged with impending justice. The siren's wail echoed down the empty street. As Ryan's cruiser pulled Sarah over, his lights casting a harsh glow. Sarah checked her rearview mirror, her pulse steady. She'd been waiting for this. Her dash cam hummed, and her body wire transmitted live to the FBI van parked a block away. Mike's voice whispered in her earpiece, "He's approaching, stay sharp." Sarah rolled down her window, license in hand, her suit crisp under the street lamp's glare. Ryan strode up, flashlight sweeping her face. "Out of the car," he snapped, his tone laced with authority. Sarah stepped out, calm but alert. "What's the issue, officer?" she asked, her voice even. Ryan's eyes narrowed, his prejudice guiding his moves. "Swerving. License and registration." Sarah handed over her documents, knowing he was stalling. He checked her plates, finding no violations, but his plan was locked in. "Stay there," he said, circling her car. Mike's voice crackled. He's reaching for the bag. Ryan slipped a plastic bag of white powder through the back window, his fingers quick but not quick enough for the dash cam. He found it moments later, holding it up with a smirk. "Cocaine, huh? You're under arrest." Sarah's expression didn't waver. "That's not mine," she said firmly. Ryan chuckled, cuffing her wrists. "Sure it isn't. Move." In the van, Linda's voice was steady. "We've got him on video. Wait for the station." Ryan shoved Sarah into his cruiser, radioing dispatch. "Drug bust, suspect in custody." His arrogance filled the car as he drove, taunting her. "Thought you were slick, huh? Jail's waiting." Sarah sat silently, her warrant hidden, a faint smile playing on her lips. "You don't know who you're messing with," she said softly. Ryan scoffed. "A consultant? Save it." At the station, he marched her to booking, Tom trailing nervously. "Something's wrong," Tom muttered, but Ryan ignored him, starting the paperwork. Sarah's calm unnerved him, her silence a ticking bomb. The FBI team moved closer, parked outside, ready to pounce. Sarah asked for her phone call, her voice cool, the trap tightening as Ryan's confidence began to crack. The drive to the station was a tense ride, Ryan's cruiser cutting through the dark streets, his radio crackling with routine calls. Sarah sat in the back, her cuffs loose enough for comfort, her mind racing through the plan. She'd spent months building this case, interviewing victims of Ryan's frames, compiling evidence of his tampered arrests. The FBI had wiretaps, witness, statements, and now live footage of him planting the bag. "You're going down for possession with intent," Ryan boasted from the front, glancing in the rear view. "Your life ends tonight." Sarah stared out the window, the city lights blurring. "Or yours does," she thought, her earpiece silent but reassuring. Mike's voice came in low. "We're 2 minutes behind. Hang tight." The station was a hive of activity, even at night. Officers typing reports, suspects in holding, the smell of coffee and sweat hanging in the air. Ryan dragged Sarah to the booking desk, slamming her license down. "Process her for drugs," he told the desk sergeant, a grizzled veteran who nodded without question. Tom, his partner, hovered, his face uneasy. "Ryan, she seems off, too calm." Ryan shot him a glare. "She's guilty, that's why." He started the fingerprinting, inking her fingers, his grip rough. Sarah winced but stayed silent, her eyes scanning the room. The FBI team was outside, waiting for her signal, the phone call. "Phone call," Sarah said finally, her voice firm. Ryan laughed. "Who you calling? Your lawyer? Make it quick." He handed her the phone, watching closely. Sarah dialed the dummy number, her earpiece activating the signal. "It's me," she said, her code word. Outside, Linda gave the order. "Go." The climax built as Ryan leaned in, his smirk fading when Sarah's expression shifted to one of control. The station's booking. Room buzzed under harsh lights as Ryan slammed the desk, his smirk wide. "You're finished," he told Sarah, inking her fingerprints. She met his gaze, unflinching. "Not yet." She reached into her jacket, pulling out a folded federal warrant, its seal stark. "Officer Ryan Keller, you're under arrest for evidence tampering, corruption, and civil rights violations." Ryan froze, his face draining as he read his name. "This is a joke," he stammered. Sarah's voice cut like steel. "I'm Special Agent Sarah Jenkins, FBI. You've been under surveillance." The room stilled, Tom stepping back, officers staring. Ryan grabbed for the warrant, but Sarah held firm. "It's over!" The FBI team stormed in, badges flashing, cuffing Ryan as he shouted, "You set me up!" Sarah's smile was cold. "You did that yourself." The climax erupted in chaos, Ryan's corruption exposed, the station reeling as justice struck. The officers in the room exchanged glances, the desk sergeant standing frozen, his pen hovering over the booking sheet. Tom, Ryan's partner, backed against the wall, his face pale. "Ryan, what did you do?" he whispered. Ryan struggled against the cuffs, his voice rising in panic. "This is a setup! She's lying!" Sarah stood tall, her suit still crisp despite the ordeal. "The footage from my dash cam shows you planting the bag. We've got months of evidence. Your found bags, framed arrests, all of it." Linda, the supervisor, stepped forward, her badge gleaming. "You're going down for a long time, Keller." Mike handcuffed Ryan tighter, his grip firm. "You targeted the wrong woman." The station erupted, officers calling for backup, the desk phone ringing off the hook as news spread. Ryan's arrogance crumbled, his eyes wide with fear, the weight of his crimes crashing down. Ryan's arrest sent shockwaves through the department, his scheme exposed by Sarah's undercover work. The FBI's evidence, dash cam footage, wire recordings, witness statements, nailed him for dozens of framed arrests. The investigations widened, clearing innocent victims, triggering lawsuits against the city. Ryan's trial was a spectacle, his defense crumbling under the weight of the footage. He was convicted, sentenced to 15 years, his career in ruins. Tom, his partner, cooperated fully, testifying against Ryan for leniency, his own badge tarnished, but salvaged. The department faced a reckoning, with superiors resigning amid the scandal, new policies on body cams and evidence handling implemented to prevent future abuse. Sarah's team gathered in a debrief, Mike clapping her back. "You nailed it, Sarah. That was textbook." Linda smiled, handing her a commendation. "Promotion's coming. You earned it." Sarah nodded, her voice soft. "It's not about the badge. It's about justice." The city's media exploded with the story, headlines blaring, "FBI sting takes down corrupt cop," sparking debates on police reform. Sarah testified at hearings, her composure inspiring change, the warrant, a symbol of accountability. The resolution brought closure, with Sarah reflecting on the night. "Truth always catches up," she told Mike, watching Riverton's lights from her apartment. The story ended with Sarah driving through the city, her resolve unbroken, a testament to integrity's power. What happens when corruption meets a hidden hero? This tale proves justice prevails when the framed strike back. The fallout extended beyond the department, with the city council launching a task force on police accountability inspired by Sarah's operation. Victims came forward, their stories, validating the FBI's case, leading to compensation and apologies. Ryan, in prison, faced the reality of his actions, his appeals denied. Tom, demoted but kept on, became an advocate for ethics training, his experience a cautionary tale. Sarah's promotion to lead undercover operations came with a ceremony, her team toasting her success. "To the woman who turned the tables," Mike said, raising his glass. Linda added, "And to the ones who never gave up." Sarah smiled, her mind on the night's tension, the warrant's weight in her jacket. "It's for the victims," she replied. The media frenzy faded, but the story lived on. A YouTube video going viral, viewers commenting on justice served. Sarah watched it once, her heart full, knowing her work continued. The city changed. Patrols monitored. Trust slowly rebuilt. Sarah's legacy was quiet but profound, a reminder that power abused meets its match in courage. The tale closed with Sarah on a new assignment, her car cutting through the night, the street lamp a symbol of vigilance. What shadows hide corruption? This story shows light always finds a way.